Good afternoon,
Good
Anna.
afternoon.
I'm Manuel Diek, the Human Resource Manager, and I was really looking forward to meet you today.
Yeah, me too.
So, how are you feeling?
Oh, quite fine.
Okay.
Of course, a bit nervous, but that's normal. How are you?
Nice. Yeah, I'm also fine.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Just don't be nervous, don't be shy, be open. And to start off, we'll start with a question. If you could tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Well, I could tell you some basic information, but you could retrieve that from my CV, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, I'm studying international business and management at my school, but priorly I really didn't want to study. I had a broad interest, but I thought this one would be a good groundwork for everything, and I'm really now eager to learn something more about the event and entertainment management branch, and that's why I really applied for your internship, because I really saw the possibility that you would really give me a nice opportunity to have a deeper insight, because you're always also a leading company within this branch, and in my free time I enjoy drawing, and I really enjoy doing creative things, and that's why I think this branch is perfect for me, and I'm striving for another education.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sounds very interesting. Could you maybe elaborate a bit more on the question, why do you want to work for our company?
Yeah, sure. As I've written down in my motivation letter, I think that the entertainment branch is really gaining importance nowadays, because if you look outside, everyone is stressed and everyone is working so hard, and at some point people will break down, and if you wouldn't do your job, if you wouldn't entertain people and give them an opportunity to really enjoy their lives a bit, I think that would be a bad thing. And so I really want to be part of something like this, to create something people can enjoy and that distracts them from their daily lives. And that's why I want to work for your company.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. So you pointed out that one of your biggest strength is creativity, and is indeed what we are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But could you give me examples and situations of where did you make use of your creativity?
Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned before, my biggest hobby is drawing. So I've done that since I was a kid, and I'm still doing it for distraction when I want to do something else, when I want to get to other thoughts, and also in teams or in group works, I'm usually the ones creating the ideas. How should we actually do something? I'm always designing, for example, example the PowerPoints or whatever, everything we need to actually present in the end. And I'm always the one who is really being praised for his creative thinking. And just recently I had a presentation, and they were so much in favor of it because of the creative part in it, and I was very, very happy to receive this feedback, and I think this is really my biggest point.
Yeah, sounds really that this is one of your strengths. So now that we talked about your strength, tell me about the time you failed. How did you deal with it?
Well, that was, of course, an unpleasant time, because failing is never nice, but of course you have to deal with it. And there was a group project we had, and I knew before that the group was not performing well while we were doing the presentation, and we received the message that we failed, and some group members were really down and they were so angry. But I knew at some point that it was also our fault, so we could have done more and put more effort into it, and I think I just accepted their decision, and there was a chance to redo it later on in the summer break. I was just like, oh, come on, you've learned from it and you need to go on. And of course, eventually, the good thing was that I was, in the end, the only group that got a recompensation, and my grade was raised up by 0.5. Yeah, it was nice, but still, there is a way to deal with it, and I think failing is not a bad thing, because you learn from it.
Yeah, as long as you are reflecting, I guess
Sure.
Failures are just human. So after this unpleasant question, tell me about something you did you are most proud of.
Thinking about that one, there are some more things, but the thing I'm most proud of, I think, is leaving my home, because after high school, I really wanted to see the world, and I've never traveled for such a long time, but I really worked a lot, and then eventually went to South Korea for a volunteer year at a hotel where we had a wide range of tasks, also working with the customers and stuff. But it was really a thing I was very proud of, because South Korea is far away, and me and my friend, we were all on our own. There was no organization helping us or anything. We all organized it by ourselves. But in the end, it was the best thing I've ever did, and would ever always do it again. Even though my parents were kind of, you really have to do this in the beginning, but I thought I had to do this because I really needed to see the world a bit before actually seeing whether the international business is something for me. But it turned all to be very pleasant experiences.
That sounds very nice. Interesting. Talking about communication skills, tell me about a successful presentation, and why do you think it was a hit?
Okay, so at my university we have a lot of presentations, because it's considered a very important skill, of course, because in the marketing and sales department it's all about presenting your ideas, your process or whatever. I think you spend like 50% of your time presenting, and then I joined the honors program of my school, and we have a seminar, a personal leadership seminar, where we really had to deal with ourselves and our inner conflicts and also our weaknesses. And I chose a topic about managing your private life, your friendship, and it was very personal for me. And then we had to hold a final presentation, and we really had to speak freely. We were not allowed to use any notes, and we had to be creative in our presentation style, so no usual PowerPoint or whatsoever. And we had assessors sitting in front of us and the whole group of honor students. And actually, I was just letting go, and I was just talking and opening myself, which I was kind of surprised of myself that I actually did it. And also using my creative thing, I created a puzzle. It's hard to explain to you, but it made me kind of free my talking style, because I had the opportunity to tell my story, and it was nice to open up to people. And actually, I received very nice feedback for that presentation, especially for opening up so much and really presenting in an open way and really approaching the audience. And it was, I think that one.
That's actually quite an important skill we are looking for in our vacancy. So to move on, if we would hire you, would you be willing to work extra hours or fulfill extra tasks above the required ones?
So, it depends if you offer me a nice working environment and opportunity. But I think as you've offered in your vacancy, I have a wide range of tasks, and I of course applied because I thought I would enjoy them, right? And if I enjoy my job and I like what I'm doing, I can work endlessly. So I'm really willing to put much effort into it, and even more than needed. And I always did it when I liked something. So of course, if you offer me a nice opportunity, of course I would be willing to do more than needed. And if you ask me, I would do so, of course.
Okay, good to know. We'll keep that in mind. For a nice round-off, if you won $10 million in a lottery, would you still be willing to aim for a career or a job?
Sure. So, as a gentleman, it would be nice to have $10 million, right? But I think if you give up on your career and stuff, that's not really it. Because I'm not that kind of person. I did so much to really learn, and I reached so much already. I joined the honors program. I'm really aiming for studying abroad, and I really like to learn new things and to meet new people. And I think if you don't work, that's not the thing. And I think you always learn. And of course, striving for a career, I will do something I really enjoy. And why would I give that up? So of course I would not quit following any career goal, and I would not stop quitting something that makes me happy. So of course I would not stop.
Yeah, that's a nice opinion about that. Okay, that's it for now. Do you have any more questions?
Actually, yeah, because in your vacancy you said that I would be part of the managing team. We were talking about the marketing thing, and also that I would be part of the brainstorming sessions, for example, new movies or whatsoever. What would be my task? Would I really be able to raise my opinion or anything, or would I just sit there and take notes? Because that was kind of unclear in the vacancy.
Okay, yeah. For us as a company, it's very important to take every opinion into consideration. Either it's a manager or an average employee or even interns, as you would be. So for us, it's very important to consider every opinion and therefore also yours. So your task would be also to bring in your ideas, to explain your ideas, and also to present your ideas. And it's not only about having these ideas, but also on elaborating on yours and also on existing ones. So you would have a broad variety of tasks as an intern, and these are such or just the main points you would have as your task.
So I would be completely involved into the process and
into the whole
everything.
process. Yeah, from the beginning to the very end. Also, what's also very important for us is the task of reflection, and this would also be one of your tasks to reflect on previous campaigns, on previous movies or theaters or whatsoever. So. Yeah, I hope this gives you kind of an idea of what your tasks as an intern at our company would be.
Very nice, because I really want to learn something from it, and I'm seeking valuable experiences from it. So I'm very enlightened to hear that. And yes.
Yeah, if you don't have any more questions, I guess we can finish the interview here at this stage. And
it was nice to be here.
Yeah, it was nice to have you here.
All right.
So we'll contact you.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will wait for it, and then let's see. All right.